So we started the CSWA problems in Maker. So my first two or three levels are in Maker, which does not go back to the education or the commercial versions. So I brought over the template that I just made, and I put a dash M on the end of it for to remind me that this is Maker. If I modify it or I try to overwrite, I don't want to get in a situation where when I'm doing my lecture on the commercial or the education version that it won't open. So we're going to keep those separate. All right, so with our drawings, our introduction kind of goes back to the model view. So our two methods are the model view and the view palette. For this first one, single sheet, and what I mean by single sheet is the one drawing file, one sheet will have a part, have its information, and then we'll close this, save and close this file, open up another, and create a new drawing, put one part in there, one assembly, whatever we're detailing, and then we'll go from there. So we'll see where this points me. And I need to find my drive and the level 1. All right, so we're going to start with 1-1, and it is going to, once we browse, it is going to ask us if we want to create multiple views. So this is a quick way to create all of the views. As we scroll down through here, there's no display states or configurations that we need to deal with. Reference configuration is up here. We'll deal with those or introduce those a little later. The display state is uh, different visual aspects of the model. Our display style is hidden lines removed, and we're going to use the sheet scale, projected, and draft quality is fine. Once we accept those, then it's going to create our views, and we look at it and go, yeah, it's a little bit big. So I don't want to see origins. So I can go to my view. I don't want to hit the eyeball and turn everything off. We just want to turn off the origins for that group. All right, so to make the whole sheet a little bit smaller, we're going to go, I don't know that half scale makes it a little bit too small, and this is my A size custom. So just for the for reference, if this was on a B size, the 1-to-1 would probably be okay. So we can go to a user defined if we want, and I could make this 3/4 scale. All right, and that looks reasonably okay. And we have our sheets in place or started. All right, so the rule is that if we're not going to put dimensions on a view, we really don't need it. So there's different ways to approach. A couple of things of note is I defaulted my overall drafting standard to ISO. And if you want to go to ANSI, you can go to ANSI. There are a couple of visual things that are different that you will notice that you um, if you're working in ANSI. So our smart dimension then is we're going to pick edges, just like we do in the drawing. Our decimal places is set to 2. So we'll just start going through and putting in dimensions. So for the assignment, um, if you're going into drafting and going to be doing a lot of detailing, then you're going to want to take this a little bit further in setting up these um, all of these dimensions and views. So let's see, we'll go. I need to start thinking about the stack up of tolerances as well. So I am thinking that I need an overall there, and we're going to put in the width there. So on our first pass, we're just thinking about getting all of the dimensions in. And once we've made this, first pass putting the views in, second pass adding dimensions, then we can go back and identify critical dimensions. Maybe this is a tight tolerance bore. We would increase its tolerance. We got to think of stack ups. As a general rule, we don't want to do the chain dimensions. All right, so if I go through like this, and each of these is capable of growing 20 thousandths or half a millimeter, then when we get to this last point, this geometry could be as much as, well, now I've got duplicate dimensions too, but this geometry could be as much as 1.5 millimeters or 60 thousandths oversized or undersized, depending on the stack up. So let's hit Control Z a couple times. Nope. Let's just go ahead and delete then. All right, so a better method, or the preferred method, is going to be, so I'm gonna make the decision that I don't need that view, the right view. So we'll start with those. So we have the 118, and we'll find a better place for our diameter. But we can put these in, and I'm picking a baseline, a datum that makes sense. And we already have the overall, so I don't need that one. So up here, also don't hesitate to zoom in, because picking some of these from way out becomes a little more headache than it's worth. All right, so we're starting to see one of the primary differences between ANSI and the ISO is that my verticals are in line with the extension line. I think it's a cleaner look, and it's just a preference. ANSI will put those horizontal in the middle, and again, preference or the standard. All right, so I'm getting ghost images. This happens on the drawing. My video card doesn't resolve those, so a Control Q forces a rebuild, and then that allows the screen to update. All right, so I have enough dimensions. Do I have everything? Probably not. There's a reason that we have drawing reviews. Design reviews is another set of eyes on this. We'll be looking for those critical dimensions that get overlooked, and even if you you do a complete drawing and come back to this in a couple of days or a week, you'll still probably see something that you missed. So for our title block, then I'm going to put in problem 1-1. Well, actually, they're using. I'll go ahead and use the dot here and my date. And tab will take me into the initials. All right, so quick, easy way to fill out the title block. I am going to do this every time. It's not going to automatically read it. The default, which we will do next, if you haven't created your own title block, then we'll stay with the B size landscape on the next the rest of this piece. And if you use the A size default, that's fine too. So we do want to make sure to save this. And this is my level 1. I think I will make an assignment 8. So we're just going to give it a new folder, and then these are the drawing files. So drawings. All right, and this is going to save as an SLD DRW, and then we can save it. Okay, that gives us our sheet, and so if we're staying with a single sheet, I'm fine with either. It comes back to what you're used to, what you prefer. I happen to prefer the next multi-sheet drawing style, just because everything in the subassembly is in one place. As I'm shifting through drawing sheets, I can start looking at tolerances, doing the stack ups, thinking about critical dimensions all in one place, and be able to switch a little bit easier than having multiple files open. So we'll go on to the multi-sheet now.